Good, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Unparalleled Sports Talk with yours, Kwame Fisher Jones. As always, I am him. But for this episode, I had to bring in my man Smoke Freezy. I wanted to bring in someone else's
Yeah,
opinion for what I'm about to go into because I might go on a little rant on this one. Game, I feel like I've been called into duty to comment on this Cam Newton fiasco, man. This
okay.
dude in the Elvira hat is out here fighting dudes. Still dressed
His
like a
hat was
Halloween
very
witch.
questionable.
But
Uh,
shout out Rick Ross. Rick Ross said he had bobby pins in it. That's why I stayed on the whole time.
the thing was, he had his hair like there was a hole in his hat, and his hair was pulled through it, and that's what kept his hat on.
You know, I
Did you see his? He had something going on top.
I am not going to spend this episode talking about his fashion choices, but that's consistent with part of the Cam Newton experience right now, man. It's I got so many different directions on this. I've been watching. I wanted to take a step back. You know me, man. I don't want to be first. I want to be timely. I want to make sure that I can pick the right time to talk about it. And I wanted to know what prompted these three dudes or two dudes or one dudes to run up on Cam. So let me give you
Okay,
full context of what I've heard, what I've read, and what I've seen. Apparently,
okay.
they were at a 7-on-7 passing camp, whatever. Cam's under 18 team had lost to another one of the combatants, shall we call them, one of his under 18 teams. And there had been a lot of back and forth going on for the last week. The brother apparently tried to walk up to Cam, not in a hostile confrontational manner, but we don't know. We don't know. And Cam immediately grabbed the dude, to which his brother, who was also seen in the video, took umbrage to this 6'6" dude grabbing his little brother and tried to defend his little brother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We don't have footage, or I haven't seen any footage of what transpired prior to the altercation. What we do know is we've got this 6'6", 250-pound Adonis holding
Monster.
one grown man, pushing another grown
Yeah.
man away. This dude is
Yeah.
known to run through 400-pounders for lunch. Like, I eat them dudes. And he's out here fighting mere mortals. And people are
I
defending
loved it.
people are defending him for that drama coming to his front door.
I
Have
love
you
it. It's
watched any
funny.
of his podcasts? Have you watched any of his podcasts?
I've seen clips of it, but I haven't watched the whole thing.
He spends a lot of time talking, a lot of time in a negative space, a lot of time in a place where I'm better than this dude isn't good as, or this a lot of time in a negative space. And
Can we no, let me say this. Cam Newton was that guy back in the day.
yeah, he
Won
was.
the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, he was
He was
nice.
super nice. So
And I think Cam is at a hard step away from this, and I'm gonna go into opinion. Something he's not happy right now. He's not happy right now. This dude is
why is he
wardrobe
out the league?
aside, huh?
Why is he out of the league?
Because he wasn't an effective playmaker. He wasn't an effective quarterback anymore. And he'll give you every other reason why to excuse why he wasn't effective, but he wasn't an effective quarterback anymore. He may be out of the league for whatever reasons. 32 teams decided he wasn't good enough to play on their roster. That's neither here nor there. But that's not it for debate. What's up for debate right now is why is he always the one? Why is he arguing with a teenager on camera at a passing game? Why is he the one arguing with Warren Sapp about Brock Purdy? Why is he the one being critical of Brock Purdy? And why is he fighting people at a passing camp? I have never
Well,
seen a quarterback
I don't think
fighting.
he's really fighting. He was more like defending himself. The one cat
Was he
punched.
defending himself? Because he didn't throw a punch. He didn't throw a punch.
No, the one guy punched him in the face, and that's why he gripped him like that, and he was holding him down. And the other kid comes thrown
So
out
you
of the blue.
saw the guy punch him in the face, and did you see the altercation
That's
as
what
it started?
That's what started it. That's what the guy said. He was like he punched him in the face because Cam Newton was talking hella to these guys. You know what I'm saying? And Cam Newton was like, "Oh man, y'all ain't nothing. Y'all, I done everything for you guys." And they all knew each other. They had a relationship together with one another. And these guys were part of the people that put together the camp.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, he had enough of it, and he tries to punch on Cam Newton in the face. He gets gripped up. This one kid comes out of the blue wearing a white shirt and tries to just steal on him, and just he bounced off because Cam Newton is a monster,
Six
and he
six,
looks
250 pounds. He's
he is a
built different.
monster.
Dude, I mean, realistically, I'm built different. And I'm not a professional athlete, but I'm
No,
built
no,
different.
that joker Cam Newton, man, you just see it. He
He's a
looks like
whole
Freddy.
nother level. They
Yeah,
don't make them like him, and they don't make them like him. You know what I
no,
mean?
no.
Everybody thinks they're a little special until you reach somebody who is special. Look, man,
And he had nothing for that man. He got bounced
why
off.
would he
He
have
bounced.
anything for that man? He's 6'6". See, that's the issue I have, man. Why is he the
I
one
don't know
getting
what.
into? Why
Who
is
had the
he into these
audacity to say,
altercations?
"Oh, go get Cam Newton. You're gonna beat him up or something." It's just like you're not doing nothing.
It's
You're doing
like
nothing,
I don't think
man.
these dudes. I don't envision these dudes sitting in their Toyota Prius, actually a plan to go roll on Cam Newton. You know what I mean? They ain't coming up on the Corolla ready to put hands on Cam Newton. Something
Right, right.
transpired from the conversation that turned into a confrontation. Like something happened from the conversation that made it turn into a confrontation. And why is that? Why is the main component or main companion always Cam Newton? Why?
Well, because he's 6'5", 250. He's just a monster of a dude, and it's hard not to be the center of attention all the time.
Is it? Or is it that you bring that energy everywhere you go? Is it?
Well,
Or is it that you
he can't
seek
help the
out that
energy
light?
that he has. He can't help the energy that he has.
He can. We all can control the energy that we have.
He's a different kind of a cat. Maybe he's also, some,
Let me ask you
dreads
this.
in the
Let me
head.
rewind it back. When's the last time we talked about Cam Newton doing something positive?
Oh man, I can't tell you. When the last time he was in the Super Bowl and he didn't dive on
That wasn't
on a
positive. That was another negative moment.
no, no,
It's
no.
just
He
it's
got to
like
the Super Bowl.
it's like a
He
gray cloud
got to
that
the Super Bowl.
it's like a gray cloud that follows this cat, man. And he's always in something. And you gotta be better, man. You gotta be better. You gotta be better. You gotta be better. You cannot be at a hold on. You cannot be at an activity, a function for the children's who are the future, teach them
For the
well, and let them lead the way. You cannot be at this function throwing hands or blocking hands or dodging hands or putting brothers in baby boys. You can't be that guy. It's like I
I
remember.
disagree.
I
Cam
remember
Newton
somebody
can do
says, "Oh,
whatever he
hold
wants
on."
to do.
I remember some chick said to me once, "You think you're better than everybody?" And I said,
Effing
"Next
right.
question. Cam Newton is better than everybody. You think your itch don't stink? It don't. Next question. Like, why is he? Why? And there's another thing. Tell you how much people like Cam Newton. How long did it take that security to arrive?
Mm.
This ain't a Hall of Fame event. You ain't got Tony Dorsett, Barry Sanders, Peyton Manning back there. You got one job: protect Cam Newton. When they eat wings, what took them so long?
Man,
What
this
took them so
one guy
long?
from out of nowhere and was dispatched instantly, and he didn't want no smoke after that. He was
Right,
just
because
like,
they weren't trying. They didn't want smoke before then. They didn't want smoke before then. Look, dude, this is why I brought you on. This is why I wanted to talk about it with somebody else because I don't get for the life of me why we're sitting here constantly having conversations about Cam Newton doing stuff. He's calling
mm,
Brock Purdy what do you call Brock Purdy, a game manager, and then tried to flip it and say, "Well, game manager is not a bad thing."
Right. Is a game manager a bad thing? It's
Racial
pretty good.
slur, please. Racial slur, please. Game manager is not a bad. So if somebody said Cam Newton ain't nothing but a glorified game manager playing running back, masquerading as a quarterback, he not gonna be mad. I repeat, racial slur, please. Like,
uh,
stop it. Stop it.
you
You're
right.
doing far much right now.
You right. My racial slur.
You like that?
That's
You like that? Yeah, dude, I'm just
pretty good.
saying, man. Like, I'm at the point. I don't want to hear people defending him. You're better
Mm.
than that. Man, better of yourself. There's no. You are 6'6". You telling me you can't have a conversation with this man to de-escalate the situation? He can't de-escalate this where he got to have five. Dude, look,
He was talking mad
first of
shit.
all, you're a punk if you're out here jumping people. I will say that. But I want to know, and I've seen their side of the story, which is why I didn't comment on it until later on. And Cam ain't said anything, which is smart because there's legal ramifications of anything he says. You got to be better than
Mm.
this stuff. You got to be better.
If somebody punch you in the face, what are you gonna do?
You don't let it get to that point. Yeah, if somebody's swinging on you, but here's the thing: they didn't hop out of the DeVille throwing throws. They didn't come out
Yeah,
the ducking. They didn't come out looking the buck, dude. Like it dropped. It escalated to that point. It rose to that point. So
nigga,
why is Cam always think about this, dude? The teenager. He's arguing with a teenager.
he looked like a grown
Have you
man to
been
me.
around a teenager? No, I'm talking about the video a few years back when the teenager said, "You suck, bro. You ain't in the league." And he says, "I'm rich. Where's your daddy at?" Like, those are conversations you just don't have, man. You suck, bro. All right. Okay. What's the name of the t-shirt on? What's the name on your t-shirt? You won't be back next year. Problem
He
solved.
said,
Next question. You don't
right, right.
always have to win every argument. You don't always have to win every battle because sometimes you lose, but you learn. So it evens up the score for you because you still win.
Hey, my brother, can I pivot to something else away from sports really quick? I mean,
Sure, Dave.
we're gonna go over, Cam Newton. I don't even know that he had a fight. It's like, oh, that's great. But anyway, have you saw Wendy Williams lately?
Have I seen her like or heard about
Yes,
her?
yeah, she's like really like lost, and I think
Yeah, she's
like
got dementia. She's a lot of them demons that she's dealing with are coming out. Um,
yeah.
some might say that could be karma coming back at her for what she did throughout her career to a lot of people.
What did she do though? Like what
Man,
did she do?
the whole how you doing phase that she promoted. You know, there's two ways to look at Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams was kind of the first to start. She was kind of TMZ before there was TMZ. You
Right.
know, and you want to give her credit for that. But she also told a lot of people's personal business that they didn't want out there. There's a story about Wendy Williams talking about Method Man's wife having cancer,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
went up to the studio to see her. And they didn't want that information out, but Wendy reported it anyway. So you know
Right,
what I
right.
mean. And then, like I said, she did a lot of salacious things. She did a lot
I
of.
thought she was saying how Puffy was gay and Puffy had her fired from her job back in
I
the
don't
day.
know anything about that, so I'm not going to venture into that. I'm just going to say that she did a lot of things that people didn't appreciate. It wasn't a good level of journalism. So it
Mm,
wasn't, and it was like I said, it was kind of gossipy. She was TMZ before TMZ, and those chickens have come home to roost, if you will. And a person that functions in that space, going back to Cam Newton, when you function in that negative space, that negative energy begins to eat at you from the inside out, and this is what
mm.
you become. So it's no surprise
From the inside out for sure. She looks a mess.
she's having a rough go. But I want to use her as an example to Cam Newton. When Cam Newton was drafted, and people should go check this out because this is facts I'm giving you right here. A lot of people aren't going to talk about this. But when he was drafted by the Carolina Panthers, and before he was drafted by the Carolina Panthers, the owner of the Panthers said, "I want to draft you, but I don't want to deal with any earrings, tattoos, long hair, or with all that stuff you guys are into." That's what Jerry Richardson told Cam Newton.
That's
So
a little
Cam Newton
rape.
agreed. A little, Cam Newton agreed and became the number one pick in the draft. Made skillions and skillions of money, skillions of dollars. But there was a price for the skillions, and we're seeing that price being paid now. There's an anger, there's
For
a frustration, there's um,
mm,
a look at me component to everything he does. And
come on,
there's
bro.
no time being taken to consider the context or the wherewithal of the things you're saying. There's other ways to say the things that you're saying without coming in a combative manner. There's other ways to get your point across without belittling somebody. You don't have to blow somebody else's light out for your light to shine bright. And Cam
Mm,
seems to be forgetting that. And the space that he's operating in came to his front door. That's what happened. There's no way around that. These dudes, like I said, these dudes did not hop into the did not hop into the Impala looking to go roll out on Cam. You're not going to convince me that happened. Just like these people didn't look for Wendy Williams to run and report negative things. What are you doing? All right. That's it for this episode of Unparalleled Sports Talk. For my man Smoke Freezy on Christian shows. As always, we appreciate your time here. We'll see you next time. If you enjoyed the podcast, make sure you like, subscribe, share, whatever your podcast platform allows you to do. And we'll check you out next time. Until then, be easy.